Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to be showing you how to create some Jasper AI articles. In other words, you can write an article using AI, and I'm going to be showing you some cool and new templates that you can use to help produce that content. If you'd like to follow along, I will leave my link in the description where not only can you get a free trial, but 10,000 bonus words for creating a bunch of content. Let's begin. So what I'm going to be doing is utilizing the tabs up here and these specific templates in them. So first and foremost, once we realize what we're going to be writing about, this example is going to be best muscle building exercises you need to be doing. This is going to be the intro. After that, we have the listicle where it's going to write most of the content for us pretty quickly. Next, we have our conclusion, which is going to be last, almost last, right? We then have the FAQ generator, which is a newer template. What it's going to allow us to do is add some questions at the end. And given the fact it's only going to be the questions, we can then use the paragraph generator for adding more content to it. So I'm just going to walk through each of these tabs up top. Pretty simple process. Like I talked about, the best muscle building exercises you need to be doing. The audience is going to be bodybuilders. Tone of voice, I put casual. We're just keeping this on English. I'll put 2 here that we can generate and look at. So let's do that and see what we get. Okay, so you can see both of them. I'm just going to read one, and if it's good, we'll go from there. There are a lot of exercises that you could be doing in order to build muscle, but not all of them are created equal. In this post, we'll take a look at the best muscle building exercises that you need to be doing in order to see results. So whether you're just starting out or you've been lifting for a while, make sure to add these exercises to your routine. Perfect. That looks good. Let's copy this. And I have a Google Doc right here. So I have these specific sections. It's the intro. I can delete that since we know what that is. Okay, so that was the intro. Let's go to the listicle. This is going to be like the meat and potatoes of it. So we can do a higher list if we want. Let's do 6. 6 is fine. So the topic is best muscle building exercises. So like 1 will be like squat, 2 might be bench press, 3 might be deadlift, and so on and so forth. Once again, not a lot going on here. Business as usual. I'm just going to do 1 for generate and see what we get. Okay, so here we are. Pretty much exactly what I talked about. Squats, deadlifts, bench press, pull-ups, military press. I forgot 1, but that's fine. That's still a great amount. So what I want to do is copy this, and we have our listicle section. All right, and these can all be headlines, so I'm not going to format them too much, but let's see. Let's go back over here. We can read it a little. They're great for building muscle in your legs and glutes. To do it, it tells you how to do that. Make sure you keep your knees behind your toes. Good. Another great example, to do a deadlift, stand with your feet shoulder width apart, keeping your back straight. Lift the barbell up while you're standing tall. To do a bench press, lay on a flat bench with a barbell in hand. And plus, what you can also do, if you wanted more content for each of these, you can use the paragraph generator as well. If I remember that, I'll show you at the end. But we have a good amount of content here. If we wanted to do some more, we could obviously run it again to see what other exercises they come up with. But for now, let's keep it at that. Next, we have our blog post conclusion. I just talked about the best muscle building exercises. And for the call to action, I put, what's your favorite muscle building exercise? Leave a comment down below. Other options could be like, did we forget about your favorite muscle building exercise? Let us know down below. Should we re-rank these in any other way? Do you agree with our opinion? Anything like that you see often on any like top list type of post. We have 2 here for the inputs. Let's generate and see what we get. And once again, we'll go with this one. It's a little longer. There you have it, a few of the best muscle building exercises that target different areas of your body. While some people swear by certain exercises, ultimately the best muscle building exercise is the one that you enjoy doing and will stick with in the long term. So find a workout routine that works for you and get to lifting. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's your favorite muscle building exercise? Sure, we'll go with that. Conclusion. Okay. Now we have our FAQ. So this is going to be the newer template I did a different video about, but I just put, what should I know about lifting weights at the gym? There we go. So keep in mind when you're doing this, it might be for new lifters, it might be for experienced lifters. You kind of just got to think of what other questions might they have. So I just put something about what you should know. You could talk about equipment, you could talk about possible injuries, but I made it a little bit more general so I can get more ideas coming back. I'm just going to do 1 for input because I believe you get around 8 or 10 of these questions, so that should be enough. Let's click on generate here. And here we go. So what are the benefits of lifting weights? What are some best exercises to do for beginners? So that's a good one because we talked about bodybuilders in the beginning. It says whether you're new to the gym or you've been going for a long time. So that could differentiate and help out different people. So that's good. What are some of the best tips for lifting weights? How often should I lift weights? How much weight should I lift? That one's too hard to, it's just obviously dependent on everyone. Everyone's different. What are some of the best ways to warm up before lifting weights? So some of these are really good. I'm just going to copy them all. And for our FAQ, so What are the benefits of lifting weights aside from building muscle? We'll keep that. Let's see. So for beginners, sure. And we have advanced lifters. What are some of the best tips? How often should I lift weights? I'm going to get rid of those. Don't need to do them all, okay? And what are some of the best ways to warm up before lifting weights? That's a good one. Let's go with that. So now we have these lists of questions, and obviously we don't want to just have questions there. We want to have answers for them. So what we can do is highlight each of these. I probably won't do all of them, but I'm going to go to the paragraph generator. And what are the benefits of lifting weights? So keywords to include. We have weights here. And for this, I'm just going to put casual. So this is what we want to write a paragraph about, obviously answering the question. So let's generate that content and see what we get. And look at that. I forgot the last time I did the paragraph generator, it was in Italian, and it still says Italian. So I'm sure that's probably great. I can actually put it into Google Translate, but let me just go back to America and let's delete that and let's run it again. All right, so here we go. Weights, capitalized W, have a lot of benefits. For one, they help to increase bone density, which is important for overall health. They also help to build muscle, and research has shown that muscles burn more calories than fat, can boost your metabolism, promote weight loss, balance and coordination. Looks good in terms of benefits. Let's add this in here. Let's capitalize that W. Okay, let's just do this. Let's go back over here and let's do exercises. And once again, I'm just going to delete this. And so we're going to answer this question now. So let's click on generate and see what we get. And look at this. We got a lot more than a paragraph here. Okay. But I think, in my opinion, this is great, especially for the fact that there's a lot of content here. But we put, what are some of the best exercises to do for beginners? This is a perfect example of where you need to be a little bit more specific, because remember, everything was about muscle building in the gym. So we put exercises in beginners, and that's why they talk about walking. Probably not the best reference when we're talking about muscle building. So what are some of the best muscle building exercises for beginner lifters at the gym? Much more specific. Okay, so here we're talking about muscle building exercises. We're probably not going to be walking there, right? And this is more for lifters at the gym. So now that we're much more niched down, I guess you could say, more specific, that's the word. Let's generate content and see what we get. There we go. Perfect. So there it says, for beginner lifters, there are a few exercises that are particularly good. Bench press, squats, deadlifts, pretty much everything they talked about. Finally, arm exercise like bicep curls and tricep extensions. So cool, beginner friendly. That was less content, but once again, it was more related to everything that we're talking about for advanced lifters. I'm just going to delete this because we don't need to do all of them. I think you get the idea. I will do the last one here, though. What are some of the best ways to warm up before lifting weights? Okay, so what are some of the best ways to warm up before lifting weights? I just put weights for the keyword to include and generate content. Before lifting weights, it's important to warm up properly. This helps to avoid injury and makes the workout more effective. Some of the best ways before lifting weights include doing some light aerobic exercise, such as jogging or jumping rope, and stretching. Dynamic stretches, which include moving the muscles through a range of motion, are particularly ideal. Another good way to warm up is to lift weights gradually, starting with lighter weights and working up to heavier weights. Grand, great, wonderful. And let's just paste that in there. So that's just another way of creating articles using templates. As you can see, there's a lot of ways to really stretch it out, make it longer, make it shorter if you want. So if you want to do more with listicles, you can add more. I know I did 6, it added 5. That's fine. What you can also do is put in like specific sections into the paragraph generator. So this talks about how you can do squats, but if you wanted to add more to it, you can go to the paragraph generator and say, why are squats one of the best exercises for building leg muscles, okay? And you can do the same thing with deadlifts, or why is it such a great exercise to do? It works so many muscle groups, it's tough to do, it's a compound lift. Same with a lot of these. This is the conclusion, and of course we have the FAQ. And the FAQ is a section where you can really drag out your article if you want. I know sometimes you need a lot more words to compete on the first page of Google, so that might be a reason why you want to do that. Plus, it's just great to help out individuals because they might have a lot of questions after going through and reading your article that are going to be related that you didn't get to cover in the initial section. But this is just once again, a tutorial of using Jasper AI for articles, where you can just write an article using AI using multiple templates. I love doing videos like this because there's always many different ways where you can combine templates to get your ultimate result, which I show you right here. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Also, if you'd like to test out Jasper, my link is in the description where you can get a free trial and some bonus words. That about does it. My name is James. I hope you got some value out of this, and I'll see you in my next video.